Hey, tell JR Van Pelt said leave you alone, all right?
A wise philosopher once said on this show, keep a cool booty. Knicks fans, you still need 2 more wins, but here is the back page of today's New York Post. Brun down, 2 to go. I like that. You know I like a pun. Let's take a look at today's electric moment brought to you by Hyundai here. Because Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, they really stepped up in Game 5. They now each have scored 20 or more points in all 5 games in this series. They're the second pair of teammates to each score 20 or more points in each of the first 5 games of a conference finals. They joined Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant for the Lakers in the 2002 Western Conference Finals against the Kings. The Lakers, they won that series in 7 games. Shaq and Kobe, they each had 20 or more points in all 7 of those games. So I don't know, maybe that's a omen here for New York. Tim Bontemps was in the building last night. New York, they flipped the script in Madison Square Garden. So what happens now, Tim, as this series shifts back to Indiana?
Well, yeah, Malika, as you said, the Knicks played great from start to finish in Game 5. They controlled the tempo. They dictated the way the game was going to be played. And now the series shifts back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis for Game 6 tomorrow night. And I am fascinated to see how the Indiana Pacers, and specifically Tyrese Halliburton, handles this moment. You can really argue, Malika, that this is the first time in either last year's run to the conference finals or, frankly, throughout this year's run to the conference finals that the Pacers have felt really any pressure at any point. Yes, they played the Knicks in a Game 7 last year, but by the end of the first quarter of that game, the Knicks had 4 starters out of the game. It was not exactly a competitive situation. On the other hand, tomorrow night, the Pacers are going to be at home with a chance to close out this series, to go to the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years. It's the biggest moment in franchise history this century. It's the biggest moment of Tyrese Halliburton's career. And as we saw last night, Pacers did not look ready to handle the moment being at Madison Square Garden. Obviously, it's just one game. You can look at Knicks-Celtics Game 5 as an example of the home team being proud and not wanting to go home. We know what happened in Game 6 of that series. The question's going to be, can Indiana do the same thing to the Knicks, or can the Knicks dictate that tempo again and get themselves back here to New York for a Game 7 Monday night?
Yeah, they're bringing the prerequisite energy for a closeout series. There's closeout game, rather. That's not something we saw from Indiana here in this last game. Let's see if we see it when they are home for this all-important Game 6. Tim Bontemps, thank you so much. I'm going to be watching. All eyes are going to be on Indiana tomorrow, including our own Kendrick Perkins.
I'm Kendrick Perkins, better known as Big Perk, and nothing gets past me. Freeze! Just when you thought it did get past me, there I am. I spy a problem. I spy it all. Carry the hell on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Big Body Brunson. Listen, I underestimated you. The biggest stage, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, it was set, the celebrity was out, and boy, did you dance. Not just on the offensive end, but you dug deep defensively, and you got your feet and you slid those puppies down deep. And this is what it is. The Pacers have been picking on Big Body Brunson all series long, but last night, he said enough is enough. The leadership kicked in. We saw the physicality from him, the one-on-one pride defensively. The Pacers shot 3 for 14 from the field. Big Body Brunson was in the building on offensively and most importantly defensively, and helped the Knicks, or led the Knicks to getting the win on the biggest stage of the night in Madison Square Garden, where all the celebrity was out, and he danced in great fashion.
Should have listened to Carter.
Right? Perk, you said that Brunson danced. What is the name of that dance? What do I call that dance? Do you remember, Perk?
Was it the Watusi?
You name it. I don't remember.
It's the Brunson Boogie, baby.
Oh, the Brunson Boogie. Well, he's boogieing his way all the way back to Indiana now, forcing this Game 6. It is Saturday. So, Sinead, let's play a little fill in the blank here. Complete this sentence, all right? The Knicks will force a Game 7 if
they bring that defense on the road. That has been the biggest game changer for them. Because if you think about it, they were targeting the Pacers, Karl-Anthony Towns, on countless possessions. They were running what we call the double drag, or UD says 77, where they put them both in screens and they really exploit their weaknesses, downhill or knocking down threes. Well, guess what? The Knicks won the point of attack. But the question I have is, can they do that back to back. Can they do that on the road? Because we know Indiana is going to be lit, for lack of a better word. This is a town, this is a city that's so excited, and they want to see that superstar moment from Halliburton. Now this is an opportunity to show that we're here to compete on both ends of the floor for New York.
All right, turning to our wordsmith here, Brian Windhorst, how would you complete that sentence?
They got to play at their own pace, and that includes a lot of different things. That means taking care of the ball. That means defending without, putting them on the line. It means making sure that you take care of those long rebounds and things of that nature. I would almost argue that you could be able to tell the way Game 6 is going to play out by the score at the end of the first quarter. I don't care who's leading. If the score is 24-20 in favor of the Pacers, I love it for the Knicks. If the score is 45-35 in favor of the Knicks, I love it for the Pacers because the team that gets to their pace has been the one to win these games.
Perk?
I'm looking at the wings, the most important position in the NBA. I got to look at Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, and I don't give a damn what they do offensively.
This, according to a lawsuit submitted to the LA Superior Court on Thursday. The woman, identified as Jane Doe, said in the lawsuit that her relationship with Williamson, it started during his freshman year at Duke, and it lasted from 2018 to 2023. Now, in a statement here, Williamson's attorney said in part that, quote, "We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and we unequivocally deny them. This appears to be an attempt to exploit a professional athlete," they said, "driven by a financial motive rather than any legitimate grievance." You can read more about this story on ESPN.com. NBA Today. We'll be right back.